Did you know one of the healthiest juices can turn dangerous with just one wrong ingredient? Every single day, thousands of people drink beet juice believing they're helping their heart, cleansing their liver, and boosting energy. And they are, but only when it's done right. Inside beets are powerful compounds that improve circulation, open blood vessels, and support liver detoxification. But those same compounds react strongly when mixed with the wrong foods. The wrong combinations irritate your stomach, trigger gut fermentation, raise oxalate levels that form kidney stones, and cancel out the nutrients you're trying to absorb. Today, I'm ranking 7 foods you should never drink with beet juice, from bad to absolutely dangerous for your kidneys. The number 1 food creates oxalate overload that silently forms kidney stones, especially after 60. Have you been drinking beet juice regularly? Drop a comment below because we read every single one. Number 7. Milk and dairy products. Mixing beet juice with milk creates a protein reaction inside your stomach that leads to heaviness, fermentation, and inflammation. Robert, 68, started blending beet juice with yogurt for a protein-rich breakfast smoothie. Within an hour, his stomach felt like a rock. He experienced bloating, gas, and reflux that lasted all morning. He thought it was just age-related digestion until he stopped mixing dairy with his beet juice. Beetroot is naturally acidic. When beet juice comes into contact with milk proteins, especially casein, those proteins begin to curdle prematurely. This curdling doesn't happen slowly or gently. It happens suddenly inside the stomach, creating heaviness and fermentation rather than smooth digestion. Many older adults describe the feeling as a rock sitting in the stomach, followed by bloating, gas, reflux, or nausea that can last for hours. This reaction is especially pronounced after 60, when stomach acid levels and digestive enzyme production naturally decline. Milk requires a specific digestive environment to properly absorb calcium and protein. Beet juice stimulates bile flow and increases stomach acidity. When these happen at the same time, the body struggles to digest either food correctly. The result is poor nutrient absorption from both. For people with lactose intolerance, which becomes more common with age, this combination can trigger rapid digestive distress, including cramping, loose stools, and acid reflux. There's also an increased burden on the liver. Beet juice enhances nitric oxide activity and circulation, while dairy slows digestion and thickens stomach contents. When consumed together, the liver must work harder to process metabolic byproducts from both at once. Instead of reducing inflammation, this pairing can quietly increase inflammatory stress, particularly in people with fatty liver or sluggish metabolism. If you prefer a creamier texture in your beet drink, there are safer alternatives. Coconut water provides hydration and electrolytes without digestive conflict. Cucumber adds smoothness and freshness while supporting kidney and liver function. This combination creates digestive chaos, but the next food triggers something worse. Number 6. Orange juice mixed with beet juice causes rapid intestinal fermentation and cancels out the circulation benefits you're drinking beet juice for. Margaret, 72, mixed fresh orange juice with her morning beet juice, thinking she was doubling the vitamin power. Within 30 minutes, she felt intense, bloating, and cramping. Her stomach gurgled loudly, and she felt weak and dizzy. She had to lie down until the discomfort passed. Oranges are highly acidic. When their acids mix with the natural sugars and active compounds in beetroot, the result is rapid intestinal fermentation. In the aging digestive system, this fermentation can begin quickly, producing excess gas that leads to bloating, cramping, pressure, and discomfort. For people with acid reflux, gastritis, IBS, or sensitive digestion, symptoms can appear within minutes. But digestion is only part of the problem. Oranges contain very high levels of vitamin C. While vitamin C is essential, too much in a single drink can interfere with the nitrate pathway that makes beet juice powerful. Beetroot nitrates must convert into nitric oxide to support circulation and blood pressure. When vitamin C dominates, this conversion becomes less efficient. There is also the blood sugar issue. Both beets and oranges contain natural sugars. When juiced, fiber is removed, allowing sugars to enter the bloodstream rapidly. For older adults with pre-diabetes, diabetes, or fluctuating blood pressure, This causes noticeable glucose spikes, followed by fatigue or energy crashes. Another overlooked concern is digestive timing. Beet juice works best on a relatively empty, light stomach, where nitric oxide production is strongest. Orange juice, on the other hand, is better tolerated with food to buffer its acidity. When consumed together, neither food is digested in its optimal environment. This mismatch forces the stomach and intestines to work harder, not smarter. If you enjoy citrus, a safer approach is separation. Drink beet juice on its own and have orange or citrus fruits at a different time of day, preferably with a meal. This cancels circulation benefits, but the next combination spikes blood sugar dangerously. Number 5. Honey and added sugar. Adding honey or sugar to beet juice might make it taste better, but it destroys the nitric oxide pathway that supports your heart and blood vessels. Thomas, 70, couldn't stand the earthy taste of beet juice, so he added 2 tablespoons of honey every morning. After a month, his blood sugar numbers climbed, and his energy crashed every afternoon. His doctor warned him about pre-diabetes. When he stopped adding honey, his numbers stabilized within 2 weeks. Beets are rich in natural nitrates, which the body converts into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the compound responsible for relaxing blood vessels, improving circulation, supporting healthy blood pressure, and boosting stamina. This nitrate to nitric oxide pathway is the primary reason beet juice is so beneficial for heart and vascular health. But when you add honey or sugar, that pathway is disrupted. Added sugars trigger a rapid rise in blood glucose, followed by an insulin response. This metabolic shift interferes with nitric oxide production, meaning the very benefit most people drink beet juice for, better circulation, is significantly weakened. What you're left with is a sweet drink that spikes blood sugar and delivers only a fraction of beetroot's vascular support. For seniors, this conflict is far more serious. After 60, the body becomes less efficient at managing glucose and insulin. Even natural sugars like honey behave as quick sugars in the bloodstream. This can promote inflammation, worsen insulin resistance, and increase oxidative stress. There's also a hidden burden on the liver and kidneys. Sugar encourages fat accumulation in the liver and forces the kidneys to work harder. For older adults with elevated creatinine or reduced kidney function, this extra workload moves the body in the opposite direction of healing. Ironically, most people add honey because they believe beet juice needs help to be effective. In reality, beetroot already contains natural sugars that are gentle and balanced when consumed alone. Over time, taste buds adapt. The earthy flavor becomes milder, even pleasant, when beet juice is kept simple. If you truly need to soften the taste, there are safer options. Cucumber adds freshness and hydration without affecting blood sugar. A small piece of green apple provides mild sweetness, along with fiber, which slows sugar absorption and protects circulation. This blocks circulation benefits, but the next food irritates your stomach even worse. Number 4. Lemon. Lemon's extreme acidity disrupts digestion, irritates your stomach lining, and interferes with iron and nitrate absorption from beet juice. Janet, 69, squeezed half a lemon into her beet juice every morning for detox. Within minutes, she felt burning in her chest and nausea. The discomfort lasted hours. She thought it was acid reflux medication wearing off until she stopped adding lemon and the burning disappeared. Lemon is extremely acidic. When that acidity collides with the natural compounds in raw beetroot, it instantly shifts the pH of the drink. For younger people, this may cause only mild discomfort. But for older adults, especially those with acid reflux, gastritis, a sensitive stomach, or slower digestive function, this sudden acid load can irritate the stomach lining within minutes. Many seniors report burning in the chest, nausea, bloating, dizziness, or a sour, unsettled feeling shortly after drinking beet juice with lemon. These reactions are often brushed off as normal, aging, or weak digestion. In reality, the body is reacting to an aggressive chemical mismatch. But digestive irritation is only the surface problem. Beetroot is naturally rich in plant-based iron, nitrates, and betalain pigments, all of which support blood building, oxygen delivery, and healthy circulation. These compounds require a stable digestive environment to be absorbed effectively. When lemon overly acidifies the mixture, it disrupts iron uptake and nitrate conversion, meaning your body absorbs far less of the nutrients you were counting on for energy and blood flow. There is also a deeper long-term concern. Lemon's acidity can overstimulate stomach acid production, especially in older adults whose protective stomach lining has thinned with age. Repeated exposure can worsen reflux, irritate the esophagus, and make digestion more fragile. A few drops for mild flavor may be tolerated by some people, but adding half a lemon, a full lemon, or drinking this mixture daily is where trouble begins. If you enjoy a lighter, fresher taste in your beet juice, cucumber adds freshness and hydration without acidity. A small piece of green apple provides gentle sweetness and fiber without disrupting digestion or nutrient absorption. This irritates your stomach, but the next food destroys beet juice's most valuable compounds. Number 3. Vinegar. Vinegar's extreme acidity destroys the nitrates in beet juice before your body can convert them into circulation, boosting nitric oxide. William, 71, added apple cider vinegar to his morning beet juice for detox. Within an hour, he felt dizzy, lightheaded, and had to sit down. His blood pressure dropped suddenly. When he stopped adding vinegar, the dizziness stopped and his energy stabilized. Beetroot's greatest health benefit comes from its natural nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide relaxes blood vessels, improves circulation, supports healthy blood pressure, and increases oxygen delivery to muscles and the brain. This is why beet juice is so often recommended for heart health and stamina. Vinegar, however, is extremely acidic. That acidity can destroy a significant portion of beetroot's nitrates before your body ever has a chance to use them. In other words, you lose the very reason beet juice is beneficial in the first place. But nutrient loss is only the beginning. The high acetic acid content in vinegar can irritate the stomach lining, especially when combined with raw beet juice. For older adults with reflux, gastritis, or a sensitive digestive system, this mixture often causes a burning sensation, nausea, heaviness in the stomach, or a sudden feeling of weakness shortly after drinking it. There's also a cardiovascular concern. Both beetroot and vinegar influence blood pressure. Beet juice tends to lower it by improving vessel dilation, while vinegar alters electrolyte balance. Together, they can cause unexpected drops in blood pressure, leading to dizziness, lightheadedness, or fatigue. For anyone attempting a detox, this combination does the opposite. Instead of supporting liver function, the excessive acidity forces the liver to work harder to rebalance internal pH. For individuals with kidney concerns, the added acid load places even more strain on filtration systems. Vinegar does have its place in salad dressings or with meals where food buffers its acidity, but it does not belong in beet juice. If you want to dilute or refresh beet juice, safer options include water, cucumber, or a small amount of green apple. This destroys circulation benefits, but the next two foods create silent kidney damage. Number 2. Carrots. Juicing carrots with beet juice creates a double oxalate and sugar overload that stresses your kidneys and spikes blood sugar rapidly. Dorothy, 66, made beet and carrot juice every morning for 6 months. She felt healthy and proud until sharp kidney pain sent her to the emergency room. Imaging showed calcium oxalate stones forming. Her doctor told her to stop the daily beet carrot juice immediately. Both beets and carrots contain oxalates. When eaten whole and separately, these compounds are usually manageable. But when juiced together, the oxalate concentration becomes far more intense, especially without fiber to slow absorption. For older adults, this sharply increases the risk of calcium oxalate kidney stones, particularly in people who are dehydrated, diabetic, or already have reduced kidney function. The danger is subtle. You don't feel oxalate buildup happening. Crystals can form slowly over weeks or months until pain, inflammation, or urinary issues suddenly appear. Oxalates bind with calcium in the kidneys to form calcium oxalate crystals, the most common and most painful type of kidney stone. The second issue is blood sugar load. Beets and carrots both contain natural sugars. When juiced, fiber is removed. This allows glucose to enter the bloodstream rapidly. For people over 60 with insulin resistance, prediabetes, diabetes, or fatty liver, this triggers sharp blood sugar spikes, followed by fatigue and inflammatory stress. Digestive discomfort is also common. Without fiber, this concentrated juice can ferment quickly in the gut, producing gas, bloating, and a heavy stomach feeling. Seniors with slower digestion or low stomach acid are especially sensitive to this effect. The mistake is not the vegetables themselves. Beets and carrots are both healthy when eaten whole, cooked, or consumed separately. The problem arises when they are compressed into one raw concentrated juice, delivering too much sugar and too many oxalates at once. A safer approach is simple. If you're drinking beet juice today, skip the carrot. If you want carrot juice, enjoy it alone or blend it with low oxalate, low sugar options like cucumber or celery. This creates kidney stone risk, but the number one food is even more dangerous. Number 1. Spinach. Spinach mixed with beet juice creates the most dangerous oxalate overload on this list, silently forming kidney stones that you won't feel until severe damage has already happened. Helen, 70, blended beet juice with spinach every morning for 8 months, believing she was creating a detox powerhouse. She felt fine until sudden excruciating pain hit her lower back. Emergency room doctors found multiple calcium oxalate kidney stones. She required surgery. Her nephrologist told her the beet-spinach combination was likely the primary cause. Both beetroot and spinach are extremely high in oxalates. When consumed separately and in moderation, the body can usually manage this, but when you combine them in a single juice, oxalate levels can skyrocket beyond what the aging body can safely clear. The most serious risk is kidney stones. Oxalates bind with calcium in the kidneys to form calcium oxalate crystals, the most common and most painful type of kidney stone. Seniors, people with reduced kidney function, dehydration, low magnesium intake, or a prior history of stones are especially vulnerable. The danger is that you often don't feel this buildup happening. The crystals accumulate silently week after week until symptoms suddenly appear. By the time you feel pain, inflammation, or urinary issues, significant damage may have already occurred. But kidney stones aren't the only concern. High oxalate intake also causes mineral blocking. Oxalates grab onto calcium and iron in the digestive tract, preventing proper absorption. Over time, this can contribute to bone weakening, worsening anemia, chronic fatigue, and muscle weakness. Digestive symptoms are also common. In people with IBS, gastritis, low stomach acid, or sensitive intestines, high oxalate juices can irritate the gut lining. This may lead to bloating, cramping, or loose stools shortly after drinking the juice. After 60, the body's ability to filter and excrete crystal-forming compounds declines. That makes this combination far riskier for older adults. This does not mean spinach or beetroot are unhealthy. It simply means they should not be juiced together. If you want to add leafy greens to beet juice, choose low oxalate options such as kale, romaine, mint, celery leaves, or parsley. If you enjoy spinach, have it cooked and eaten separately at a different time of day. Cooking reduces oxalate content significantly. Now that you know which combinations silently destroy your kidneys, let me show you how to drink beet juice the right way. Beet juice can be powerful when prepared correctly. The first rule is respect the dose. 1 medium beet per day is enough. That equals roughly 100 to 120 milliliters of fresh beet juice. This amount provides enough natural nitrates to boost nitric oxide and blood flow without overloading your system with oxalates. The second rule is keep it pure. Do not add sugar, honey, syrups, lemon, vinegar, dairy, or acidic fruits. If the taste feels too strong, blend beet juice with cucumber, celery, or a small piece of green apple. The third rule is timing matters. The best time to drink beet juice is on a light or empty stomach, either first thing in the morning or about 30 minutes before lunch. Avoid drinking beet juice immediately after heavy meals. The fourth rule is fresh is essential. Beet juice begins to oxidize quickly. For maximum benefit, drink beet juice within 10 to 15 minutes of juicing. Storing it overnight dramatically reduces its effectiveness. The fifth rule is sip slowly. Drinking it slowly allows your digestive system and blood vessels to respond gradually. The final rule is rotate and rest. Don't drink beet juice every single day for months without breaks. Rotate with low oxalate juices like cucumber or celery. Consider drinking beet juice 3 to 4 times per week rather than daily. When you follow these principles, beet juice becomes what it was meant to be, a gentle, effective tonic that supports your heart, circulation, energy, and long-term vitality without hidden risks. Which food were you mixing with beet juice? Have you experienced kidney stones or digestive issues? Drop a detailed comment below because we read every single one carefully. If this helped, hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.